A man known as Penitentiary Face, the former CIA director under Barack Obama, who again voted for the Communist Party candidate for president. That's John Brennan. He claims he has absolutely no idea why the FBI would be looking into his alleged wrongdoing in relation to the Russia hoax, which was a complete fraud perpetrated against the American people in the 2016 election, an effort to throw the election for the left, of course. Brennan also had the gall, the unmitigated gall, I dare say, to declare his assessment of Russian interference. He said it was well done in a non-political and non-partisan fashion and not designed to influence the outcome of the presidential election. Now, Mercy, I got to say, this guy is one of my favorite corruptniks. He defines the deep state, the permanent bureaucracy in Washington. He was essentially a mediocre Virginia failure in the CIA forever. And Barack Obama elevated him to the director of the CIA and literally voted for the Communist Party candidate, Gus Hall, for the presidency of the United States. He also was the guy in Riyadh, the station chief in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, that green-lighted the visas for the majority of the September 11th hijackers that crashed the planes into buildings. It's just amazing. But he said, you know, this not designed to influence the outcome of the election. I also want to point out, because this guy gets me going, that the felonious 51 letter signed by 51 alleged intelligence officials, including him, was that the Russians were tampering with New York Post reporting about the Hunter Biden laptop, right, going into the 2020 election, and they probably did corrupt the outcome of the 2020 election that Joe Biden won.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, honestly.
No, look, I think for John Brennan, normally this being the head of the CIA, you are not a political figure. Or you remove politics from it. And this is the complete opposite of what we've seen with John Brennan. He became the political operative. He could have been part of the Democrat National Committee to try to take down Donald Trump. And it's exactly what he honed in on when he decided that it would be okay to include the Steele dossier, mind you, that was being funded by the Hillary Clinton campaign, and bring that in as part of the narrative. He was out to get Donald Trump. He was out to destroy Donald Trump. He continued his negative, talking about rhetoric again. That's going to be my term for the whole entire show. The negative, dangerous rhetoric, calling Trump a disgraced demagogue. The list goes on. And quite frankly, this is the moment in time that he has to be investigated. Yeah. This is why I think what the Department of Justice did in moving forward with these investigations against Brennan and James Comey is critical.
James Comey, Clapper, Brennan, these guys have got to be uncovered. And that's why I'm excited to hear about what Tulsi Gabbard's doing over the DNI office. She's going to rip the Band-Aid off of this stuff, and we're finally going to get to the bottom of it, I hope. She's working with John Ratcliffe now, doing what they're actually supposed to be doing, and that's righting the wrongs of the deep state in the past. And if we can actually get these intelligence organizations working for the benefit of the people as opposed to their own political positions, I think we'll all be better off and a lot safer.
Yeah, and I'll remain optimistic for now. John Brennan also seems to be confusing President Trump's playbook with the Democrat Party's playbook of weaponizing the United States government against their political enemies.
I keep thinking, okay, this is the authoritarian playbook. We've seen this play out so many times, and unfortunately, I think we're seeing it play out. And a number of academics and writers have pointed out, and Carl Schmitt, who was a German jurist, political philosopher, and writer in the 1930s, his thesis, which Nazi Germany basically took up, was don't worry about doing something that is ethical or principled or good or right. Do whatever you can to win, vanquish your adversaries, vanquish your enemies. If a president of the United States is willing to weaponize intelligence and justice and law enforcement investigators, and the people who head up these departments and agencies are willing to bow to it, we really are in deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, I'd say we really, really are. And Jason, I love the fact that Brennan is memorizing 1930s German political philosophers that are saying whatever it takes to win. Sounds like the Democrats, by any means necessary, by hook or by crook, don't worry about anything but winning.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.